So can you just explain briefly what are the key technologies and the core purposes that propositions that Onics offers the insurance industry?
Yeah. There are several things that this technology and what we are offering adds of value to the insurance company and also to the end users. And most importantly, the insurance companies are looking for services that can reduce the claims payout cost. Right? So that is actually the main value add for the insurance companies. So they can see, okay, if we install equipment in the house, in the apartment, in the building, they can monitor and prevent damages to the property with the sensor technology we have and the communication back to the monitoring system, and then they can actually reduce the claims cost. The claims, the water, for example, the water claims cost is the biggest payout the insurance companies have these days. And we talked actually yesterday. We talked to one of the biggest insurer in the UK, and they estimate that 25% of their total payout cost is going for water damages. So water damages is one of the biggest value add that we can deliver to the insurance companies. And further, we also add services for fire, for smoke and fire, and also for burglary for the property.
Okay, so you first gained a lot of traction within the Nordic region, which is a very fast-growing region in the world in terms of insurtech and technology, and now you're here in the UK. So what's made Onics target on the UK market specifically?
Yeah, we have over the last 3 years we have engaged with insurance companies in the Nordics, and they are actually very far in deployment of these services here and can see the return on investment that they are doing with these solutions. And then of course we have as Onics over the years targeting Europe in general with our technology, and we have today office in Denmark, we have in Norway, we have in the UK, we have in Benelux, and we have in Germany. So it was natural for us to now take the experience from the Nordics and bring it out in Europe. And we could see that UK, the insurance market for property insurances are very competitive, and they have not earned a lot of money over the last many years within this space. So competition is very, very high here. So by adding our services to what they are offering, could bring down the cost of their insurance. So in order to be more competitive and be back in a profitable insurance company, we could actually help them with that. So that is the reason why we're targeting the UK, and so far we have actually very good interest, and we could also see from this conference we are participating in these days, interest is very high. Although the conference is mostly about AI, and if we can compete the internal priorities with AI, of course this is one of our biggest competition inside the insurance company. But when we look at this conference, we can see, okay, AI is all over for the internal process optimizations. Right? That is what we can see here. But what we deliver is actually more directly on the optimization of the services to the end user. So I'm pretty sure that the interest we feel here, we see here, the leads we're working with in the UK will give us very good traction over the coming years.
Okay, so converting insurer prospects into customers is a big challenge. How do you approach demonstrating value and securing long-term partnerships?
Based on our experience from the Nordics, we can document how the return on investment is able to support the insurance companies in the UK. So that is, of course, the basis for us. Use the experience from the Nordics, bring that out in Europe to document that these services that we deliver actually create values for the insurance companies. And one thing is, of course, reduction of claims cost. But the other value add for the insurance company is also the retention, the customer retention. So if an insurance company can extend the lifetime of a customer, it will actually give them a very high payback, because getting a new customer, they invest in getting a new customer. So to have a profit from one individual new customer actually takes some time. So if you extend that time, the lifetime of a customer, then the profit of the last year is actually relatively high. So the customer retention with the services we provide to the end user actually gives very good return on investment for the insurance company as well. And furthermore, the services that we deliver also add value for the end user. So we will maybe start delivering a basic installation at the end user. They will have an app so they can control their home, and then down the road we can add more and more services to the end user to keep them happy with the insurance company. And you can say what is important, as I see it, what is important for the insurance company is that they need to be some kind in control of what they are actually insuring. So you can say the house, the apartment, the property, and today they are not in control of what is actually going on there. But installing the equipment we have, they will get in control of the asset that they are insuring. But furthermore, you can say the owner of the property, if you have a house, if you have an apartment, you should be really interested in getting control with your asset, because that is probably your biggest investment in your life. So having and being in control of your house, your apartment, your property, maybe even a summer house where you're not there very often, is a huge benefit for the end user. So on the other hand of reducing cost, on claims cost, and prevent damages, which is also a value add to the end user, of course. If you can prevent having a water leakage, you will also give the end user a lot of value in just controlling your house. You have some, on page 1 on your mobile phone, you will have some apps, right, for different services. You should have your house as one of the most important apps on page 1 on your mobile phone as well. And we can help the insurance companies to be the app that is maybe on page 1 on your mobile phone by adding value to the end user as well. So in a summary, we actually reduce cost for claims payout for the insurance companies. We can extend the customer lifetime, customer retention, reduce churn, whatever we call it, and then we can add value to the end user. And this combination, I would say, if you don't see that as a value for a property insurance company, I don't know what. Right?
Especially in these times, right? When we have such a higher risk factors.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Right.
and that's not just in Europe, that's globally.
It is, yeah. So therefore, yes, it is insurance companies. It will take time to get the deployment running with the insurance companies. It is huge organizations. It will take time to get it up, but I'm 100% sure this will succeed with a lot of insurance companies in Europe. And just the feeling from yesterday, we had a discussion with a really top executives, C-level in one of the biggest insurance companies in the UK, and started to demonstrate what we're actually doing and what we can do for him and his team and the insurance companies as a value add to their customers. You know, he just said, "Wow." Yeah, we were really impressed of what the impression he gave us when we demonstrated what we actually can do for him.
So in terms of So with partnerships like the one with If Insurance in the Nordics, what lessons have you learned about scaling your solution internationally and bearing our discussion with the UK in mind? Where else are you looking at expanding?
So we have a very close partnership with the If Insurance in the Nordics. So they have been very open. They have been one of the pioneers in getting this here out, and of course we have a very good feeling of what does it take internally. They are they're biggest insurance companies in the Nordics, right? So it is also a huge organization. So how the decision process and who are the most important parts in an insurance companies to take the decision and get that out? What does it need of documentation from our side to have them execute this strategy that we can support? We have learned a lot about that, and that is what we can bring out in Europe and use as a very good documentation and communication on how we can add value to the insurance companies and the end users.
Okay,
Right.
all right. And finally, I mean, is there anything else that you'd like to share? For example, what's on the horizon for Onics over the next 2 to 3 years? Where would you like to see the company moving?
We have over the years, I've been there 12 years now, right? And we have tried a lot within the IoT space. I have been convinced from day one this will be the next tech wave. At that time, now there's something else that is hyped, but at that time I say, okay, IoT would be the next technology wave coming through the world. And what we have based on our experience over the years, looking at different segments, where can we add most value with this technology? Because it's important, it adds value, real value to the end user and also to for example, the insurance companies. We can just see that one of the best way to really deploy the value-adding services that we do is within Insurtech. That is a really good way into the house where we can add most value to the market player who wants to deploy these services. And the insurance space, they have the end customers. They have a lot of end customers. Today, I believe the communication between the insurance companies and the end users is relatively limited. They need to add some more value to the end user as they do today. It's not enough what we see here with AI optimize the internal processes of the insurance company. It's important. Of course, it's important to stay competitive, to reduce the cost internally in the insurance company, but they need to add more value to the end user to stay, you can say, maybe it's a bit hard, but to stay relevant the next 10, 20 years. It's important.